Hey guys, welcome back. Eli here. On the channel here, we're going to start working on keep on where we pick up where we left off on the other video. We were setting the cab down and we kind of got it all set. So today we're gonna start welding and tacking the head to the place. So to get it squared up, there's really nothing to go off of. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna run a string from the center of this axle to the center of this axle and run a string, and then that'll kind of help us get it straightened out. And then from here we'll measure off of probably the motor mount or something here, or the edge of this, to square up this way. So that should help us get it kind of squared up. And then on the inside here, we're probably gonna end up cutting this off, this little hump right here, probably cut right here along the seam here, and then we'll probably use a little strip of metal like this we have right here, just a little piece of this metal right here, and then put it right here alongside here and kind of seal it up here once we get it leveled up. And then in the back here for the seat, so we could get the seat in here so we can start moving around, we're probably gonna have to cut out this section of metal right here, cut this section out, because if you look, this is where the bolts go for the back seat, so we got to go behind it right here like that. So we'll cut this off and then run the metal, like a little sheet metal right here, run it down and then fold it on, and then that way we can put our seats in and stuff and make sure everything's good. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll check back in with you guys once we get all that done. We got all the inside here welded up here. We cut all we welded it up right here in the seam, and then we put some caulking in it just to make sure it doesn't leak any water. So yeah, that's what we got going there. And then see here, and then in back here we put some SpongeBob, just to seal up the holes and stuff, so it looks all good. And I think that should be good for now. Looks like it's pretty much ready for the seat, so we'll go ahead and put the vinyl or the carpet or whatever it has, put the carpet and the seats on that way, see how it looks after that. So let's go ahead and do that. We got the seats in here, looking good. Looks like we're getting starting to look a little bit halfway like a truck now, a little more decent here. And over here, as you can see, we got that latch over there needs some help over there, so but we won't get to that. So looking pretty good here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna sit down here and take a little test, that way you can get an idea. So this is kind of how it looks. This is kind of how it fit. I'm not that tall, I'm like about 5'6", so I'm not that tall, and I fit pretty good here. So if you're tall, it's probably not a good idea for you to do this kind of conversion, because you end up getting squished, because the OBS dash is a lot shorter like that, and it gives you more leg room. Since this is the Dodge dash, it's a lot longer like that, so it gets squished like that, and then the cab gets pushed forward. That way we could clearance the vents over here, so makes it a lot shorter. So it's pretty good like that. So I'm thinking we're looking pretty good here. So the only thing is to look out to the front, you need to be a little taller, so we might have to do a little lift kit on the seats, maybe like 1 or 2 inches. That way give us a little more height that we can see over the top, because I can't really see too much. But I was thinking is this is actually pretty good for the Hulk, because the reason I think it's good for the Hulk is because he's when he gets big, he grows he gets really tall here, so that's good, so you could actually see through the window over the top. And then he doesn't grow from the waist down. Nothing happens down there. He just has his nice little shorts, and they don't rip because he doesn't grow down there. So that's kind of a sad situation we got going there for him, but it would be the perfect truck for him. So yeah. Now let's see. I don't know how we got off track there, but let's go ahead and let's go over here and let's go on the next situation here. This is the next thing we're gonna be working on here. So this is gonna be the next problem. So we're gonna go ahead and start setting our fenders out here. Go ahead and set it up here just to get an idea of what it's gonna look like. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of how it looks. So if you want to look at it, it looks like the axle right here, center of the axle does not match with the center of the fender, which, yep, that's what it looks like. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do here is we're thinking of doing is maybe get it centered. So we're gonna have to move this whole thing, the whole vent or the whole thing right here. Probably gonna have to cut it somewhere around here, like that, and then shift it back like 2 or 3 inches, maybe 4 inches, depending on what. So we could get it so it looks like it's centered. So if we shift it that way, we're probably gonna have to add some sheet metal right here or something. So that's gonna be an interesting situation. And then the other thing we're gonna be doing is putting the front. If you look here in the front, this is really tight. If you look, it looks like we're probably gonna end up chopping this I think it's the AC condenser. So we're gonna have to figure something out there. So we're gonna have to, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Once we get the part that goes here across and set it up, then we'll see how much room we need to make. So we'll go ahead and start working on that, and then figure out exactly what it is we got to do, and do it, and then we'll give you guys an update once we get it all figured out. So let's go. There it is. We got it roughly back together, most of it together. So let's go ahead and go over what we did. So on the fender here, we cut like about roughly 7 inches and moved it back. And then here we added another little piece because we accidentally cut on the wrong side of the tape. So we just added that back together there, and all's good. And then let's go over here to the bumper. Here on the bumper, we just cut a straight line down and then put two little angles or angle irons or little cube, just metals right here, and pushed it back. And then this metal piece, this is for fun. We just put this over that way, gives it a better look. And then once we find something to do with it, we'll get the metal and weld it up. Maybe paint it black, that way it's all the same. It looks even. So let's go on to the next thing. Let's go inside under the hood here. Okay. Here in the hinges, what we did is we actually cut them off when we were doing the cutting. We accidentally cut these off. We didn't know we needed them. That's something to remember for next time, to leave these things on there. We just cut them off the old one and welded them back on right there. That's pretty good right there. So that's good. And then here on the side, for the fender, to hold the fender up pretty good, we put a little metal right here, and we welded it on to the fender right here. And then another little piece right here. And so now she's stiff. Good, doing good there. And then here for the latch, for the hood latch, we just took the piece that holds the hood latch. This is the OBS hood latch. We just cut from the original bracket. We just took the piece that went like that, welded it on, and then we put the screws on and then latched it on. But the whip from the Dodge is different, so that's not good. We're probably gonna have to get an OBS whip and then hook it up and then run it over there maybe. But we haven't figured that out yet. But for now, just got a cable here and we just pull it and it opens it up. And then also the other thing we did, let me get a light here. Here for you don't know if you guys remember, we had the AC condenser that was really close. What we did is we were trying to push it back like 1 inch. We cut where it was mounted onto, and then put a 1 inch angle iron to move it back, but we accidentally popped it. We melted it when we were welding it, so it popped. But it worked out good because it was going to be really tight. It wasn't going to fit. It was like on the ends, it's really tight. It's only got maybe like ½ inch of clearance on the ends. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it like that for now. We just throw away the AC condenser, and then maybe in the summer, once we get closer, we'll just probably see if we can fit it in here somewhere under this support right here. There's a gap right there, so we might be able to sneak it in there. But if not, we're gonna have to make it fit in here in the front. But we'll leave that for another day. So that's pretty good. And then also back here, if you look, back here, it's still open. That we need to fix, but right now that doesn't really matter too much. We'll leave that for a rainy day. But the goal is to like seal the holes up after we connect the wipers up and the motor for the wipers right here somewhere. And then we'll just cover that up and then maybe seal it up, run a metal sheet right here, and then cover it all back up. That way it's nice and sealed, nice and warm inside the cap. So I think that'll cover the front. That's gonna do it for the front. So now let's go back here, and one more thing that we need to do before we go test it, go take it for a quick test drive, is here is, you guys can see here, we got some tanks here, and according to the computer, it says that they're plugged. So what we need to do is we need to take them out, because the computer says they're like 90% plugged, and to remove immediately. So you gotta do what the computer says. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove it, and then put a pipe right there, and then go take it out for a run. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then try it out and see how it goes. Okay, we got the pipe in here. Take a look down here. Ran it all the way. All we reused is the down pipe, and then we just custom welded some pipes to it right there. Into here, and we ran out of pipe. We just put the tip on here for now, but we only made it to right here. So we were a little short, like 2 or 3 feet short from here from the back. We got the tailpipe, but not. We ran a little short, so we need to go to the store and get some pieces. But we'll put that later. But for testing purposes, this is pretty good right now. So what we'll do here is we'll do a before and after. So I'll just put see if I can find a before clip when it's got all the mufflers on, and then we'll do a before and an after. So I'll do the before, and then this is the after. Guys, looks like it's running good, so we're gonna go ahead and take it out for a drive right now, and I think it's doing pretty good. So I think that'll do it for this video. We're gonna go ahead and go run it a little bit. This is gonna be for my brother's truck. He's the one who's gonna be test driving it, and so that'll probably gonna wrap it up for this video, and then we'll probably be back like in, let's say, 2 months, maybe a couple months, and then we'll see how it goes, and then we'll probably start comparing them and see what the Cummins and the powerstroke are like, because there's always a good rivalry right there. So we'll probably bring them back and then try them out and see how they compare against each other. We'll probably compare with Barry, the 6.0, the other truck we have on the channel, and we'll try it out, see how it goes there. But for now, I think that'll be it for this episode, and catch you guys on the next one.